We're 2 races into the 2026 season, and the FIA has already changed the qualifying rules. Let me tell you what this all means, but first, let's take it back a little bit and refresh these new 2026 regulations. The FIA met with all 11 teams and every power unit manufacturer, ultimately agreeing to tweak the energy management parameters for qualifying at Suzuka. Unlike previous generations, the 2026 power units run on a near 50-50 split between the internal combustion engine and electrical power. This means the battery needs to be constantly recharged throughout a lap, and there are a few ways drivers do that. The most natural way is regenerative braking, harvesting energy as the car slows into a corner. Then there's lift and coast, where the driver lifts off the throttle earlier than they normally would as they head into a corner, allowing the motor to recharge the battery. And then there's super clipping, probably the most strangest option. This is when the car harvests energy while the driver is still at full throttle, usually at the end of a straight or through a high-speed corner. The motor essentially siphons power from the rear wheels to charge the battery, so the car slows down even though the driver hasn't touched the brakes. That last one has been the most jarring for fans to watch, and the drivers have not loved it either, which is where Max Verstappen's famous Mario Kart comparison came from. Now, during a race, some level of energy management is expected and manageable, but in qualifying, where a flying lap is supposed to be a driver giving absolutely everything they have to record their fastest time, lift and coast and super clipping were making that look and feel very hard. Previously, drivers were permitted to recover 9 megajoules of energy during a qualifying lap. For Suzuka, that limit has dropped down to 8 megajoules. Less energy to recover means less super clipping and lift and coast to reach that number, which in theory means drivers should be able to attack the circuit more naturally on a flying lap. As qualifying gets underway at Suzuka, here's what to look out for. Are drivers still lifting and coasting through high-speed corners? Are cars maintaining speed more consistently? Or are we seeing that drop off mid-straight that's been the telltale sign of super clipping? And listen to what drivers say after qualifying. Are they feeling like they can actually push the car, or are they still feeling pretty managed? And keep an eye on whether this change holds beyond Suzuka, because the FIA already confirmed that further discussions are underway, which means this is almost certainly not the last adjustment that we'll see this season.